He's the Big Apple boss of boutiques. It's Shaun Osher from Core Real Estate. Shaun, are you there? Hey, Shaun.
Hey, how are you, Alexandra?
I'm doing great. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's awesome to be here.
Oh my gosh, I've heard so many great things about you from other people that we work with out here, and you're going to get a chance to try and guess who said those nice things about you. But
do tell, please.
We'll get
I have to know who I have to send a Christmas gift to.
Exactly. But first, we have to talk about your incredible company at Core Real Estate. This is your beautiful website. When did you start your own brokerage?
Started my own brokerage about 16 years ago. I was a top agent downtown in New York City, worked at one of the large firms, and kind of wanted to create a new marketing and branding company with a little bit of a different opinion, position, and brand proposition for our clients.
It's beautiful. This website says it all. Where's your accent from, Shaun?
South Africa. I came many years ago. I had my backpack, my saxophone. I'm a jazz musician. That's my first love. It's still one of my great loves. And came to New York to be a jazz musician. I performed. I had about $400 in my pocket and kind of hustled, and I'm living the American dream.
And so when did you ever give up the dream of being a jazz musician, or do you still do it?
You know, I think being a musician is a calling. It's not something you really choose to do. It's something that you are kind of, it's a divine intervention of something that you have to do to fulfill yourself. And so, you know, I still play. I still love the music. I perform as much as I can. I still study and practice, and it's still a big part of me and makes me who I am.
Well, will you play a little bit for us today on the show?
I would have if I'd known. I don't have my horn here, but next time, definitely. If you invite me back, I'll absolutely play. I actually did a TED Talk. You can Google it and find me on a TED Talk. Yeah, it's about freedom to jam, and it's actually how jazz music influences the work, you know, your day-to-day work, and what I've learned through jazz and how I've implemented it into my real estate business, being creative. It's a concept that I came up with called the Freedom to Jam, and it's a 10-minute TED Talk, and on that I play a little bit of saxophone. But if you have me back, I'll play you a tune.
I would love that. I would love that. And the freedom to jam, so you just take little work breaks and tap into your creative side. Yes?
Yes, you have to have balance in life, and you'll find that the most creative moments you have in your life are those when you're not forcing yourself to be creative, but when you've given your mind, your conscious mind, time to rest. And, you know, there's a reason why you have your greatest ideas in the shower.
I couldn't agree more, Shaun. I was with the team yesterday and we had to be creative. We all sat down and tried to force it. And I said, you know, this is not going to work. We can't force ourselves to be creative. Let's go for a walk or do something completely different. If you're just joining us, you're watching Real Talk with Core Real Estate in New York's the boss of boutique brokerages, Mr. Shaun Osher. Shaun, we're going to play a little game. You've been a mentor to a lot of people. You're obviously filled with knowledge and share insights. I want you to guess who's the mystery Maven that you mentored. So I'm going to read you what they texted me last night, and you're trying to guess who it is, okay?
Okay.
Audience, you can absolutely play along in the comment section. Shout out to David Day Jamirez, whose birthday it is. He's spending his 19th birthday watching Real Talk. Happy birthday, David. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, he said, it's a man. He said that you are an amazing jazz musician. You're a very talented bartender. Is that true?
That is true. I attended bar, putting myself through college for 6 years. And yeah, I can make a mean margarita and almost any other drink.
You once told this person, I'm going to make you a star. And you did. And he credits you as being one of the biggest influences in his life, who taught him everything about new development. Who is it, Shaun?
That would have to be Frederick.
It is Frederick Clint. Yay, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I have to say about Frederick, you know, he's probably one of the hardest working people I've known in this business. You know, you see him. I actually haven't really watched the TV show. We were on a different TV show on HGTV, and I have the utmost respect for Frederick because he's built a brand. He's worked harder than anyone I know. He deserves everything that he's achieved, and I'm sure he'll go on to doing even greater things. He's incredibly smart, has an incredible work ethic. And that's really interesting because, you know, a lot of people think that this is an easy business. Selling real estate at this level is not easy. It's hard work. It takes a positive attitude. It takes a certain mindset.
Exactly.
And of all the people that I've mentored, and there have been many, Frederick is definitely top of the class and one of the best agents that I've met. And I saw that very early on. You know, he has what it takes. There were a lot of really great people in this business. And yeah, I kind of took him under my wing, ushered him through the process, and you know, he absorbed things like a sponge, has a very open mind, you know, great attitude, open mind to learn things. And I love to do that. I love to collaborate. I love to have transparency in what we do. And I love to assist people. And actually, in the spirit of giving, in the holiday season, you know, a lot of people have, because they're not in New York City, I get a lot of interest from people from Australia, Europe, South Africa, which is where I'm from, and across the United States to mentor them. Wow. So I actually decided to do something which I've never done in the new year. I'm starting a live, it'll be the only live, kind of like this, it'll be the only live course. It'll be a limited course that I'm going to be mentoring some agents. A little bit about the inner workings of what it actually takes to be a successful real estate agent, to become a billion-dollar agent, which is essentially what Frederick has become, and a number of the other agents that I've managed to have the privilege of mentoring throughout my career.
That's incredible. You'll have to come back and tell us about this live mentorship program, because you have trained the best. And in the comment section, we're seeing people from all over the world tuning in to say hello to you. Hello from France. Hello from South Africa by Gregory Chindaidane. Speaking of New York, what's up with New York? Like, what is your take? Because here's my theory. People said New York was over just so that they could say New York is coming back.
Well, you know, I've been a New Yorker, really, for almost 30 years of my life. And it's the most resilient place that I've ever known. It's got an essence and an energy and a spirit unlike any other place that I've seen or traveled or lived. And the one thing that's incredible about New York is it always comes back. Mm-hmm. And I've seen New York down and out in a terrible place, you know, in 2001, in 2008. And actually, a lot of people don't remember the 90s, but some parts of the 90s were not great either. So
right.
New York right now is in a terrible place. I'm going to say it. It's, you know, we got hit hardest in the United States of all of the states, earliest first. It was devastating. It buckled us to our knees.
But is now the time that we should buy?
If you don't buy, if you're a buyer, you need to buy now. This is an opportunity and a moment in time that we may not see again for decades. And I say that not as a salesperson with a pitch. I say that because I don't want the people who are considering buying a year or two from now to say, oh, I could have, should have, and would have. But this is a moment in time, and it's a small window of opportunity where if you're a buyer, you need to seize the moment and take advantage of this opportunity that is presented in New York City. You know, a lot of people said New York is over. They're fleeing. They're going to the suburbs. Mm-hmm. You know, to some extent,
Florida.
Yes, there are people leaving the city. There were people leaving the city before this pandemic. But that was kind of, you know, a thing that we saw as a trend for, you know, different reasons, not the pandemic, or not for the fact that New York may be over. New York is one of the capitals of the world which has got the most commerce, culture, nightlife. It's to me, I love it. I chose it as my home. It's the greatest place in the earth to me, and it's going to come back even stronger.
And you raised a family there. You have a wife and children.
Absolutely. 4 kids, a beautiful wife. I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by some incredible people. My wife is one of the smartest, most brilliant minds I've ever met.
Oh my God, you're going to make me cry.
What's that?
You're going to make me cry. You're so sweet. If you guys are just joining us, we're talking to the incredible Shaun Osher, the founder of Core Real Estate and one of the biggest #1 brokerages in in New York. Shaun, I'm going to hop over to some of your listings because we have to show exactly what you're selling. They're so incredible. And audience, if you can guess the price, you're going to win a little gift from our friends over at Everyday Essence, which is organic skincare. This is not a plug. This is my sister's product, who I love so much, and everyone uses it, all the top agents in LA. So you will win the saffron oil if you can guess the price of Shaun's listing over here at, we're going to start with 49 Greene Street. Here we go. It's asking, we don't know, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Shaun, take us inside this gorgeous, look at that fireplace, my God.
Yeah, so this was a developer who has painstakingly restored this building. This is one of the original buildings in Soho, which is one of the oldest neighborhoods in New York City. It started as an industrial area, and this is a true loft. A lot of brokers will say I'm selling a loft, and this is not. This is actually a true loft, soaring ceilings, huge windows. And what this developer did, Eli Periente, is he gutted the building to its core and stripped it of and rebuilt the bones of this building. So everything in it is new, and it's combined the best of the old world in the cast iron district of Soho on these beautiful cobblestone streets. And replace the mechanicals, the engineering, the windows, the flooring, the plumbing, the electric, into this magnificent loft, which is really a special home for a family or for someone who wants to live in Soho. Really beautiful.
So beautiful. It's on Greene Street, 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath. Audience, can you guess the price? Who's Amfrani? Who's Amfra, New York? Because he guessed it right away. Does he work for you?
No, but there's something called Street Easy or multiple listing service.
It is. Well, if you can Google Christmas, it's Amfra New York wins the Everyday Essence. I'm going to go ahead and pin your comment. I think you cheated because other people did guess 9 million. So
he didn't cheat. He was being resourceful, and he's got to get credit for that. So being resourceful counts.
Being resourceful. Amfrey, you win the Everyday Essence, and he says he's dying to see the penthouse. When are we going to see the penthouse?
All right, so this is part of a building that was converted. This penthouse is going to probably be one of the best penthouses I've seen. We sold one last year for over $35 million, 2 blocks away. This is going to be in that caliber. It's under construction right now, but we should be launching that in the new year, and that's going to be a spectacular penthouse.
I love that. Well, he's very excited about the penthouse and winning Amfra New York. You just have to DM us for your address for the gift. Okay, moving on. Take us into another one of your listings. I mean, we have 3 to get to. This is 160 Leroy Street, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, over 2,700 square feet, and it's asking question mark. What are we seeing? What are we looking at?
All right, so 160 Leroy, I would say personally, is the #1 building in the West Village. The West Village is one of my favorite neighborhoods in New York City and one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the United States. This particular apartment, I actually sold to someone I know who's very near and dear to me. And when I advised him on his purchase, I felt very comfortable advising him with this home because it's incredibly special. It was developed by Ian Schrager. It's a highly amenitized building. It's got a porte cochere, as you're looking at over there, an indoor swimming pool, one of the best gyms I've ever seen. If you know anything about Ian Schrager and what he has designed, he's one of the most visionary real estate people, certainly in New York City. And he created this building with Herzog de Meuron as the architect, and just incredible architecture, incredible interiors. This is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom home with unobstructed views over the Hudson River, and is truly one of the more special apartments in one of the best neighborhoods in New York City. So, for the price, actually, relative to what you're getting, this is an incredible value.
All right, we're not going to throw up the address again because people can just Google that. We're going to say it's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom, 2792 square feet. And what are we asking? If you guys can get the closest without going over, you'll win Everyday Essence Organic Skincare. This is the saffron oil. So let's see those come in, those questions on this beautiful Ian Schrager project on 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. I think the New York market is so different. What do you think the average? Oh, we got an 11 from MJ Mitchell, ENJ. Is he the closest without going over?
That's a good guess. 5 is not close. I see a 5. I see 17. The 11 is the closest so far.
11 is the closest for MJ Mitchell. Pin comment. You win the Everyday Essence. Just DM us, and the correct price is what, Shaun?
11,750.
That's correct. It's 11,750. Good guess, MJ Mitchell. Without looking like you cheated, I think you just pulled that out. Amazing.
Good job. Awesome.
Amazing. Okay, so
yeah,
tell us,
that's a great guess.
What are some of your agent tips for 2021? Just give us like 2 tips on how agents can be competitive in this new world that we're going into for 2021. Because you have the most amazing advice, Shaun. I have to say, you are a mentor. It just
I mean, I think, you know, this is a business, you know, we get a lot of people saying that our job as real estate agents is going to be replaced by artificial intelligence. That kind of what we do is obsolete. Any idiot can do it. You open a door. You know, I think that the most important thing that we can do as real estate agents is connect with our clients on a substantive level. And what I've said to my agents in the past week, especially now that we're going into the new year, is make that personal connection on a qualitative basis. So in other words, if you're going to send someone a gift, rather send them one personalized, thoughtful gift that makes them understand that you're thinking about them and know who they are, instead of sending out 5,000, photocopied, blast. That, that's not going to get you anywhere.
Yes,
make sure the relationships you have, focus on the relationships you have with your current clients and all of your past clients, and that'll hold you in good stead moving forward. You'll build that relationship, and the one saying that I love to keep in mind is, people will remember you for the way you make them feel. And if you make your clients feel secure, confident, and they trust you, I think that's a great foundation to build your business.
My work wife, Alexis, always says that saying. She says, people won't remember what you say or do, but they will remember how you made them feel. And we're having a crisis right now because we want to send people gifts for Christmas, but we've heard that from so many people that it really needs to be personalized. I love what you said about clients present and past. We've heard a lot of agents come on the show and say that their COVID year was successful because they picked up the phone and called people.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to try and make, it's kind of ironic, right? Because we're in a pandemic, we're supposed to socially distance and wear masks. Mm-hmm. But we're supposed to be communicators and connect to people. So it makes it that much more challenging. So I think we need to be that much more creative in how we connect to our people on an individual basis. Incredible. So, a handwritten note. I love the handwritten note.
A handwritten note is all it's going to take. If you're just joining us, you're watching Real Talk with the incredible Shaun Osher, the founder of Core and our Big Apple boss of boutiques in New York. Shaun, let's go play a game one more time. We're going to play naughty and nice. Frederick wasn't very good at this game. You have to say something naughty about yourself and something nice about yourself. We're going to turn the camera on you right now. What is something that makes you on the naughty list and something that makes you on the nice list for this year?
Oh, that's a tough one.
That's what he said.
I think I've done plenty of both. You're putting me on the spot. Something, well, nice is easier, right? You can always think of the nice thing. The thing is, do we want to admit the naughty? Like, do we want to confess and I would just say, not on a serious tone, but, I think, I could have been more attentive in certain ways. I think this was a year where it was a year of self-reckoning for a lot of us, especially in this business as a real estate agent, which is such a lonely business to start off with.
True.
But, to feel fortunate for the things that, we have, the opportunities that we have, the opportunities that we can create as real estate agents, because every day there's a new opportunity, which is what's great about this industry.
Right.
And, I could have been more attentive at certain moments. I could have felt less sorry for myself. Not that I'm always very busy, but I'd say, I don't know if that's naughty, but, there's always room for improvement. And I love hearing, and then nice, again, on the flip side, continuing to mentor people, provide, whatever I have learned, because I've been fortunate to be in the right place at the right time and work hard enough. to be able to share that knowledge to help other people be successful.
And you do that. So many people in the comment section want to hear more about this digital live course that you're going to release. When are you going to release your digital live course?
Yeah, so I think being live is really important. You know, I didn't want to do like a pre-recorded course because, you know, this industry changes so quickly. And I don't know anyone else that does this live course, and I'm going to commit to a weekly time where people will be able to log in like this. I'll have a Q&A and I'll present everything that I know about, you know, real estate, how to sell, how to build your business, how to build your brand, how to grow your business, with ultimately the goal of being $1 billion broker, which is possible. You know, for if you have the right stuff, I'm going to be there to mentor you and help you get and to achieve that goal. You can go to Shaun Osher, just go to ShaunOsher.com, register there. You can give me your email address and I'll send out the information. But I'm really looking forward to it because part of what I love about this business is our ability to collaborate and learn from each other.
ShaunOsher.com, ShaunOsher.
Correct. Good job.
Okay. Let's pin it. Let's pin it, people. Let's pin it. Because everyone's really excited about this. So what are you going to charge? Do you know?
That's all going to be, it's not going to be, I decided I'm not going to charge a lot of money relative to like other courses that you see. You know, for me, this is more about growing my brand and connecting with other people and sharing everything that I've learned over the 30 years of doing this and being able to mentor people as much as possible, socially distanced over technology. So, you know, this is really going to be exciting for me. It's a first. It's not going to cost a lot of people a lot of money. It's not going to cost, you know, it's very approachable, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, if everyone in the comment section is looking forward to it as well, you should absolutely reach out to Frederick and have him say all the wonderful things about you being his mentor and someone who really pulled him up in life. And I know we'll definitely check it out. If you're just joining us, you're watching Real Talk with the incredible Shaun Osher, the founder of Core Real Estate, who's going to launch a digital program. Stay tuned for more of that. And Shaun, in summation, as we end, we just wanted to give you the opportunity to give us one word for 2021 and the last word on 2020. So go ahead and start with the last word on 2020. Just one word to describe your experience this year.
One word would be creativity.
There you go.
You know, 2020 put us in a corner where to survive, you had to be creative and think outside of the box. It was necessary.
I agree. And Shaun Osher, what is your one word for 2021? Your word of intention?
Opportunity.
Opportunity. I love it. Shaun, thank you so much for joining us for the show. We've covered so much ground. You've inspired so many people just by hopping on for a quick 15 minutes. You've shown us 2 listings. We did agent tips. We solved the mystery Maven, and I'm really excited to have met you even this way. The minute I posted you were going to be on the show, I had so many people DM us and say what an influence you were in their lives. So thanks so much for joining the show.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Alexander. It was a real pleasure. I'd love to do this again. Next time I come on, I'll bring my saxophone and look forward to it. And thank you.
Bring your saxophone and bring your new digital course, and we'll talk to you then.
Sounds great. Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye, Shaun.
All right. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of Real Talk. The show is what it is because you join us at home. We will post this to our IGTV so you can watch it if you missed any part of Shaun's incredible advice. I'm your host, Alexander Ali, and once again, thank you for keeping